feel that head shake, man. We have been working our off. Woo-hoo. Man, she is giving me a fight. Look at the size of this red. Holy dude. It's wintertime here in Florida, and that means 40-degree weather. We are at the beautiful plantation on Crystal River. During this time of the year, captains love to chase shallow water gag grouper and American red snapper. We're so lucky to be here during a mini season of American red snapper. So those are the two target species on this episode. But that's only part one of the episode. Part two, we're heading to the other coast to go fish with my boy Trev for some snook and redfish.
On the first leg of this trip, I'm gonna have my boy Will, Ray Marine Pro staffer, and Captain Jacob show me this beautiful fishery. Crystal River is a funny fishery, as I would say. You go about 30 miles and you're still only in 30 feet of water, which makes no sense to me. But it has made the shallow water grouper now come in to 30 feet on these rock piles. And that was our main objective when we first headed out this morning.
Whack. Yep. There you go.
God, it's like being back home, man. I'm on a freaking yellowfin. I got that knee rest. Got that underslot gag. Heck yeah. So a gag grouper, believe it or not, was actually closed down by the state of Florida back in the 80s because the population got ran down so low. So they started managing it, and now this fish has just come back so strong. I mean, it's healthy, hardy fish, especially in these winter temps. I mean, we're fishing in what, 60-degree water today? 68-degree water, and we are just getting slammed by these. You know, I don't know what it is about me and gag grouper, but I always find one that's 2 inches too small. Today, I hope my man Will changes that for me. Nice catch and release. There you go, Cap. Let me get in here and help you land this. Let me get some moral support. Oh! Nice fish, Cap. Nice fish, Cap. That is dinner right there, son. How many months is it open a year?
7 months a year.
7 months a year. Man, what a beautiful fish. Let's put her on some ice. Look at you grabbing it by the all. Look at you, just eyeballing it. Savage, son. It used to be 22 inches you can keep that fish. And after studying its mature behavior and actually figuring out its spawning cycle, we realized there's actually a gap in the generations. So what they've done to offset that is that they've actually upped the ante on the slot by 2 inches. So now it's giving that fish and that fishery a chance to rehabilitate, get the numbers up. That way we can keep catching them, get that limit up, turn that limit to 2 a person to 3 a person.
It's crazy to think in 68-degree water how active these gag grouper were. Every minute it seemed like a rod was going off on the boat.
I like the double action. I think mine's gonna be a little bit bigger.
In this episode of Goliath Fishing, on the first leg, we are fishing out of Crystal River, chasing gag grouper and a variety of snapper.
It's been like an epic day. Do you want to fish? Oh. On that note, You got to fish, Mac. We'll trade. I'll give you a rod. You give me a camera? All right, deal. Never mind. Never mind. My boy's on.
You know that's how it works.
Always. Let's leave and then somebody hooks up.
Just got twisted, yeah.
Nice. I mean, it's running me back down like a grouper, but I'm thinking it's a red snapper, Cap. Whatever it is, a nice fish. Nice snapper. The American red snapper. I mean, you guys hear about this fish all the time. They're opening, they're closing it. And we actually planned this trip to be here during their mini season. And yeah, it's working.
Fishing out of Crystal River right now in frigid temps and horrible fishing conditions, but the fish are biting.
Here we
So
go.
we just keep
That's a good
hammering
fish.
away, chasing that limit.
That's gonna be 2 inches short, watch.
Feel like a good fish?
No, he might be in there. Heck yeah. He's in the meat. So one of the reasons they're called gag grouper is when they're eaten by a bigger predator, they'll actually flare their gill plate out like this, and the fish, the predator that's eating it, will actually gag on him and throw him back out. And that is supposedly the reason why they have the gag grouper name. Beautiful fish. A little rough conditions today, but totally worth it. I mean, Will and Jason pushed it for us, and we caught our limit of gag grouper. We got our American red snapper. Now it's time to fillet them and enjoy them here for dinner at the beautiful plantation on Crystal River. We fished with my boy Will all day. Caught a lot of great fish, as you can tell. We're all ready to dig in right now. And then I had a beautiful Rosemary join us for dinner. So Rosemary is actually the head of marketing here at the plantation. She has set all of this up for us, and you're actually gonna give us some fun facts, but I wanna eat first.
Yes, so do I.
So we're gonna eat,
Yes.
we're gonna enjoy this. Ladies first.
Oh, yeah.
Is it good? All right, all right, all right. So we have some beautiful broiled grouper here on top of risotto, and then on top of the grouper is actually sauteed tomatoes and a little bit of spinach. I gotta admit, Crystal River is just totally unique on its own. I mean, the depth changes, I mean, it's insane how shallow it is for so long. You know, in my waters, we're looking for grouper in 100 feet. We were catching them in 30 today. Blew my mind, and let me tell you, I feel like a shallow water grouper tastes better than a deep guy for sure.
So if you were fishing somewhere, for example, like Clearwater, Tampa Bay area, you would have to go out at least an hour, hour and a half to 2 hours to get to maybe 60 to 80 feet of water.
Yeah.
I don't know about you, I love being on a boat, but I'd rather get to the spot, fish, and get back in.
What an amazing time at the plantation on Crystal River. Beautiful meal last night, amazing fishery. I love this place. But it's time to head to the other coast and fish with one of my best friends, Captain Trev Hastings.
On the back end of this episode, we are fishing with my best friend, Captain Trev Hastings, which is always a lot of fish and a lot of laughs. I mean, he's my best friend. What can I say? Trev's actually seen me start this show from nothing and has been a part of all the seasons, and primarily the bad parts of the seasons, but still, he was there.
This was horrible planning! We decided to take a break under a bridge with poles in it. Literally. Honestly, it's the best thing we got for miles. For miles. Oh.
I'm actually wearing this life vest, not in case I fall in the water, but in case I fall in the boat that's full of water.
Also, we got a new, really expensive drone for this season, so cue dramatic drone boat scene.
Ooh, man, she is fighting. Oh my gosh. It is such a monster.